das, yes. Yada ese wofo na so pasa kese na kraye wenya ne yense atiasefo tie kasa seda enkaudi papa omo ko kwanhia emumpo oje won woda wase yen konkwanhia bi da wase omo impos papa sabi ye koyo mo operate na omo ti wo mani hu so omo ti ase so omo da wase a ye fo ase kan ye kase da wase enkwa it ye da wase na wase adinye fast da mount de we ya yem nkura ho ye da wase enkwanti papa ye da wase ya pomudinti ye da wase so ma ye bidi ma ba bidi etrito ma ye bishenti ye da wase ya da wase ye na so jaye mo shamu so hwe di ampon yes so so hwe different ni freedom and that wa wo chicha me bi so emo aso bo ehoa chicha me bi so o maso wiase afa na nyina ijanya kani wisi aba wani mo oninda woni eja eso won papa eno wura no wona no enne bi so baby bia wo bia papa ija kwantufo ba woni mo ho mombo akontu mu afa do ma so ma tu kwan no abrabo be ye wo be se di ho mombo de jiwo fri wa akoma so ba de wa akontu fa do mo papa ija wari fo masunje mra wari mo meni jemra wari mo na mama botitu omo me bia ya so branch ya me fasa kawo ma wa gwene mo kuma mere fie no si kwantene eso papa da bia da o maso ho mo wa asebsi ya mfa ya bisadie entu ani na be ya enti eneso bisadie ni o so ho mama bona de so bia so me bia se o ye wa ya bompa ye se ye jama mpanyfo me ditumi eni adinyina ba wani fansa ka mo nyansa ni die awodi be dia de ama umma enya asomdwe ama ya hunum je hwe wodi ya pamu kana kwansia ya pamu esaya mane ya pamu ene ye jaya kran ne busu ya bo wani bo busu ya hombai ye different yesha ye fiba yesha umma kame ho ama ya bompa ye nyame na so de ye wona bisade ba o Yesu Kristo di a prison for so ba wani ho mo kai o me o magene sisa on bindi de ho mo apemfo ye de bomba wani si o maso dwem mo ko o mo pebi sufa bi do edom o mai e Yesu yabe ye kan se wa da wo mo ndaso ya ba wani si jade so sa won kwana ni mi wo fire ko fie bra ye bedu bedaya paswa ye waseda asa ama wa asem so tumi ya bro adwene so ya bro ntiasia so ya bro ye bisa poso tikaka ye dia ba wani mu ya bro ye bisa so nya dance die na ko so aso wani nyam da let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord. The bumpy with Yamieja, Yamioba, Yamiokudim, and Yabumpy. Amen. Amen. Okay. Shabada.
Now
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that's deep within me. Bless his holy name. Bless and praise the Lord, O my soul, and don't forget all his benefits. Nyame ya tu aseda nyumi ya Ghana nti o ya da ase wate. Ama bi so ko to abawie ka gri ya pre tu ani eseka ni ya da ase mpa ya boy watie yen. Ya de agidi se wunyame na etie ya mpa ebo wa ma abato na ya asomdue enti ya da ase. Ghana has had a peaceful elections. Father, therefore we thank you. Ghana, our homeland. Ghana, our motherland. I remember when the mayor of New York attended the Heroes Night Excellence Awards, Adinkra program. No, when he came, he said, "I'm an American, but I'm an African first." He remembers his roots. Ya kaidi e free ba papa ya dase. Wa mai kron Ghana. Wa mai this year Ghana. Wa mi atu aba nyame ya dase. Etu oto ide e bije so tro. Na su ni nyina eja anto ya manim nti ya dase. Enwa wase dani o. Ya busuafo wa Ghana. Ya namfo no mo Ghana. Ya classmates wa Ghana. Ya mfafo wa Ghana. Na dia nika. O project awaye dodo na e wa Ghana. Ote yazo Japan dia wa bre nyina onisuo nyina omfifire ni onisuo ni moja nyina e Ghana. Nyame ya baasi ada waswate na wotwe foforo amana atoye Ghana abato mu asomdwe nti papa asedanka ho ya da ase double. A peaceful election sake, we are here to say, my soul bless the Lord. Our soul should bless the Lord. We will not forget. We will not forget all your benefits. We will not forget how we cry unto you, how we pray to you for a peaceful elections, and you've heard our prayers. Psalm 103. My soul bless the Lord, and all the things in me bless his holy name. My soul bless the Lord and forget not. Father, we will not forget not. That's why we've come back to say thank you for peaceful elections in Ghana. Yede yeremfi ya baesi ya daso ate papa. Yen ya besan ye che beda waside bia if say won wa ye ntie daase. Eje demu anke be ye den. Ma menum ye nuanom ye nananom ya dofo nom ni ade omo efrefre ye nda ye ni ade sebi ena asojafo age men ya boso ena omo hu ba bi on befa ofre omo so enko na ka ye enkade ne be ye wa abroche. Can you concentrate? Okay, yeah, found one, ever found. We are grateful for a peaceful elections in Ghana. Yeah, Jina, ya mama, no, papa, das yo. Yeah, that's inquiry, I say, and that's in my Ghana. Yeah, that's in our watching for Friday. I shall say, yeah, that's in my Ghana. And there's a way, wow, me, baby, I mean, starting free because I didn't know my production. Now, my door, so a boom, so. Some info Funadaka, Abubama, Baumi, and start you. Some info. So we thank God for peaceful elections in Ghana. So far so good. Until John Dramani Mama are winning Ghana elections now. Hands down. As at Saturday and Yumre Ewaha say the Ameleka. Only 5 hours. So as at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Oh, no, 11 what? Oh. 10 p.m. Ewaha. That is a Ghana. There be sacred said because that 10 boy. It was around 8 there about. Yeah. 8. Not just almost no adia ayanajum. Yeah, and a minyan in here. Say Ayeka. MPP for na do money di actually no. Your mama buomo fire. Ma jese krofo huni mutu musie. And Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia has done a gentleman's job. The presidential candidate for MPP. Adechi anopana no fa na yere no frefre party for no say me ntwen bibia bio John Mama warene. I will not wait for EC. After checking our own collation results and stuff. Ja John Mama warene atitim me konom yehwie wayere ankura magu me so eye Bawumia so alusu. Mebone ne na ma. Oji atum so alusu no. Ono aji atum se waluhu. Waluhu no. Mebo ama. Yet as at now, the electoral commissioner has not come out to declare the final results. Medubeko isi se CIA. Oyama sebi basa esi wo ho. NDC supporters atoa no ewo isi ho. Say masa ye twa ade na bobo my sister what ho ye dey e wo dia e papa eja pade bobo ma me so si be patient na moto abare kura nche bia mo ha ne say Etimeti it is a easy air live a year na say obe declare me the betum live am ya be live also on collating the results we timon come on tum Ghana for mo pesado do ono na ye easy presiding is a then officer onye ni nyina anwie 60 regions also onya 12 regions aka 4 regions ade mo ntwe mani nyina nyina mo pentem akon na John Mama arene ade na ma MPC ti ni so a NDC arene no se niema bi kokoso sesi still I declare bi money because MPP for na antra no ma anji seat ni bi anka omo de ho na de akona John Mama nyanya de wonya na but according to their records there already NDC has garnered about 2/3 of the parliamentary seats. And you know what it means? Yeah. I mean, you're John Mama and you man, and the episode no one echo. What do you end up asking me? You're not seeing me. You're from a Daakyehene for Suajima Adinkra Radio na wutie New York and Adinkra Radio ewo. Dr. Patrick Adolfo enebom chidom. Me see what is the producer. But the machines no shana tade ba ko dey friend DJ Gem. Na Gem na say weekend bi akọ New Jersey o. Hey, e dey na ekoso wo body sa wo frame kra say ja bese yenko. Ma fro bia me wo Jersey. Fro bia wo body wo Jersey o. Ko boy afemi do aji. Adi me ndani se mo fie. Enwumere no mekọ adwuma. Daytime dey metimi no akọ. DJ Gem, oya Gem. Ya ka se me hwe me phone do se ni medru yo. Special greetings to Tina Sapon. My wife back up. Gawa die nie. Tina nie. Ya gati. We feeling sister. God bless you, sis. Marthes. Thank you for your daily messages. Good morning, Marthes. Original, one love, no size, no hate. enka wo say ka nipa nyina ate wasese bia ma test ke nyina ka asomdwe enko amu ne yete no hate wo wonta obi na pe no betan wa ono ne pe abra boga yenti obi a original no size and one love asem no nyina ya wo mbi Kwesi Junior has more fire. I like them on fire. Nyame Baju Abrefi, I see you. God bless you. Nidia Hodges, special greetings. Paddy Sincere, special greetings. Daniel D. Bacha, special greetings. MC OG, the microphone president. The necroman starting free. It ought to work as well. So the only me correspondent no a while or walk over an elections but kaswa MP no will lose they will lose hey and go for lose o obi mu a wote so mo lose kura enwanwa e so mo lose Benjamin Yedasi asumdwe ya abatu eko yenti yedas Eti nyame ye gina Ghana fo nyina na mu yesi papa ye dase asumdwe abatu e bae na ni nyina mebo video fani bia ma yes video wa hwe nkrofo hu o mani ma no makwachi na police wa nkromo nchi obi a na ho minim se shop no sebi e MPP ni di o se dey o oni se nkrofo lu two shops nyina o ga nkrofo akwose sa shop bi mu fridge almost all in the election. Oh, God have mercy. Do I want to say, Master, you are very near arena, and you are brio. It was just enough. Bamian some walk on the MP before some, and it's a brave now. On the kind of man, Omulusu, and you're sitting Yanko Adana. So, what? You, I don't know. Be pacho am pacho on the eto de before ni bi nya before nyina omunya sika omju se wiase nyina ya omodea ya na yom se sika ya bibia ba sabi wa pomoden ubetuma wo sika agudem is it not Steve Jobs and oda wa wo be wo keka nsem bebere no yeah iPhone, iPad, then Steve Jobs. I'm saying, is it cancer? No, unya yas bibisa obi. No, can't say baby. Say, I wish. With all me sika nyina, when I'm die. With all we nyina, when I'm die. Now napo. Say nyanko ponada. Because here say, as I say adwene na amafa se mu be wie mu ana mu be ye den se de te bia se ebebe mu anu no bi ballot papers mebobo bi a kirew me nkeka na ye print ba o mi aka mu di begum a mo antima afa angum akadem me yi a kirew no ameka se me na me ka city bi a NPP strong sitter omu lusu dani nyina NDC ajeje ariwe die Ogra almost omun ka say sweep bi on almost on baka no tsunami na the aka ne de John Mama de na aka say America no say kakra na onya 2/3 of parliament na the children say decision be about parliament be omu here MPP so MPP MPs ne pekra mo parliament they don't need them onga so ombeji atum that's what it means yeah I say Ghana for to the 2 mina mana kire say
almost MPP na MPP ne bon e almost tan ko say almost pen wasam krati bio TNDC ndi bibia so nti oti wana kom de nkrofo na agina ho say free SHS eni ya bibia eso nya ehwe a enie na make me hu ba bi kura me starting free ke ma me ko paper review mransa ba ma me mo abrewe dance ma kakra sana ma ko paper review no na o lady o say fie ko info lady en mransa ma ko paper review no o mo volume worry worry yeah sure worry thank you I'm not worried. Everyone here, guy. Honorable worry. You go, no worry. Oh, lady, yanko, no worry. Yeah, everyone here, sir. Honorable worry. Honorable worry. Benyum no beat ni a guy. Honorable worry. So who abrewa na asa no ezinzim die ni bi zinzim say ya. Eno sa no DJ Dunga mo an wo ye matcho no ono mo ye ne memem say ya. Na che so mdo mkoko no na eche no yi ne koko ni nsa wo sa na eche tattoo na no de eche honorable worry. Hey! So make us say name you baby I mean starting free. Honorable worry na me fan start you. Eti de wam come paper review rana me wada agema ene ebedi nkombo me ene me se me nkasa ntu se ma nka bibia enti nsim na honorable worry selection de dos me nya da age abobo bibira ama honorable worry na nyom no grana me pro me hu di oboy ga ni beat ni mode honorable worry okay, to me the paper review, bro. But answer no. Man for picture we inche answer because that was the beautiful picture for the night. Ye two abani we ya no. John Dramani mama the coalition center. Hwebi. Answer kwana the paper review bro. Omo te dem no mo calculate kika ne ma bom no. Dwama hu no na 56% was ye di ye wie. As at this one omo kra de no mo check with them no mo 6 million votes. En wanya o bam ya da fom team sky koyie ye ne ekro no o mane bo amaso na ti wono doctor sija garden ya afa jem wedi jem ya afa 56.4 na bam ya na 41.19 kai oh honorable worry jawa Joyce Bawa so no waboy djuma. Yeah. Thank you. We see to say we try to Lordina. Se me yiri hwe na de no. Anadwe ama me da fie na munyina mo twen na fa. Ghana for ama honorable Wari. Honorable Wari. Honorable Wari. Honorable Wari. Eti when beautiful images a free John Dramani Mama an election strong room e bae. Nti when am I hu say asa adena afa JM winning. So Baumia came to do the honorable thing. Bazan meko ba me mama nko and the papers e ba Ghana na me fa headlines more fast. Me the ma wi na ma ba ma bo Baumia voice waje atum no. Say the papers no say no mo capture and the headlines. Still yaka say easy and declared. Me monitor offer press conference the tum say here because me call joy for na yi for reps or memo update free but offer press conference was I'm here me the betum live amount na yeti because by then they be will declare but as now there also when you 12 regions out of 16 onu J Mensa onye 16 nyina omubo said in Ghana yede dia honorable Wari and the papers the Chronicle. Mama walks back to Jubilee House. Jonathan lost Dampare and team for robust security arrangements. Cordell described elections as credible. Next, the publisher. Mama wins second term as Baumia concedes defeat. Gideon Buaku secures Tano North. Masa I don't want to ye Baumia spokesperson. What you want term no he? Wako nya MP edi. Kona kamuko opposition. Kawa beto osa several ministers fall. Publisher. Custodian. Ghanaians pick Mahama. Baumia accepts. EC office at Damango set ablaze. 12 arrested for post-election looting. Oh, Kofone Kosi say free Guinea Adenana. The political laundry. Mama said to lead Ghana again. U.S. Embassy hails Ghana. Prophetic declaration on Mama sparks hope for a brighter future. Daily Democrats. Thank you, Ghana. Mama. Baumia throws in towel. Daily Guide. Kumasi goes dead. We will come back stronger, Baumia. No comment. NDC sweeps majority seats. 2024 election results. EC calls for patience. 4 arrested over Owutu Senya East shooting incident. Meko Owutu Senya ho. Because what they abo obi to am obi ewu. The Daily Dispatch. Masa we nam ka so ye stomach direction or the nefu ne predict no. On the predict say Baumia be winning by 52%. Obwa. A stomach direction your friend beneficent. Ojijiska onkoye bibia no akaka de ope. We but by this time I wasn't key in the paper film. Nefe. Moyasa mugu o mine animas. Unkoye survey, unkoye investigation, unkoye interrogation, unkoye underground she what your officer no predict be. Now they are just bam. Anyone there. So yeah, so I between 2020 and 2024 elections, NPP lost over 1.2 million votes in Ashanti region alone. NTDA. Baumia concedes defeat and calls for unity in NPP. Ti bebebe amocho twetia ma no. Monsisa mo headline. We will not be a disruptive opposition. And to say mama in the crowd one farm. The headlines are watch. Baumia concedes defeat and calls for unity. We will not be a disruptive opposition, I assure you. And so about me. And just a mama now are winning elections in the crown. There's a paper one for maybe. Just a mama now bet trust what winning no any ya because what Jessica abe predicted said about me abe winning by 52%. But me also then 40 something. It is a mama winning the crown. I have beneficent ya. I mean you free so crown. I mean Daily Statesman. Also you said on so true idea. We respect the people's decision. Baumia concedes defeat. Congratulates Mama. National Peace Council commends Baumia. Let's reflect, learn from our mistakes. McMenu to NPP. Grassroots discontent topples key NPP MPs. Into also one trust mama rainy street or the FIFA and changing. Honorable honorable worry. Just a people now more trust John Dramani mama rainy elections so I am a ya. Hey, granny, you're gonna I really want to do. People now John Mama winning more munim warning. I'm about me. I consider defeat. No, they all consider defeat. No more headlines in but they were winning the year. I am a yasamo be printed to us. John Mama wins 2024 elections. I'm a ding. Set mu ink besa. Hey, Daily Dispatch, any Daily Statesman. Boy. Daily Post. John Mama humbles Baumia and MPP to be president-elect again. With Professor Nana Jane, Ghana's historic first female vice president-elect. Baumia concedes defeat, calls for unity after MPP's massive election loss. The Ghanaian Observer. I'm conceding to avoid tension, Baumia. Mama extends gratitude to Asantehene. Korte, Esla, Katie, Hamondo, Kua, Mesa, whatever, etc. All lose parliamentary seats. Honorable Mari, Honorable Mari, Honorable Mari. Hey, I was a building, will be any answer here. So them night up. What one them a so. Election 2024, United States commends Ghana. The new crusading guide, Mahama wins as Baumia accepts election outcome. Big names lose NPP seat. Honorable Mari, Honorable Mari. And Jemensa Electoral Commission say exercise patience. Untio more years of more. The new center. Major upset for NPP parliamentary candidates. Landslide victory for Mama as Baumia concedes defeat. EC chair urges patience as it finalizes presidential election results. 12 suspects arrested over destruction of EC office in Damango. The Metro Lens. Baumia concedes defeat with dignity. JM reloaded. Another pray denies losing in Sawoma do Ejiri seat. Namasa will lose in why day. Mamu nya samo dem tokwa be ba ko chinchim krofo sasa mo kojo omusito. Mo lusu. Sammy Gemfi hails Baumia's graceful exit, a display of true statesmanship, and this wins more parliamentary seats. The National Enquirer. Ayawaso Central Goliath falling as Tubazu dishes Henry an uppercut with deficit of 6,410 votes. NDC leads parliament with 185 seats. Miria mechere saa semwim kakra. Se NDC tabulation ye omayi se sisa so munya 185 na de besi wa Ghana mechere machero. So munya sa 185 na omo de omunim so omanya no. As I say, still and talk about baby, still I ain't declare baby dear no. Baby and this volume so my winning be still I see and declare you ye pay much in Chimamon Sage. But so many says 185 year. Would you remember? My mobile papers in this with me. My betrayal analysis. Honorable worry. Professor Opoku Ajiman makes history as Ghana's first female VIP. EC silence on results fuels tension. Esedun Ketia calls for urgent action. Daily Graphic. Mahama makes comeback. Vice President Baumia concedes defeat. Political tsunami hits parliamentarians. Well, graphic headline ain't bad. Well, I said the woman drama may salute pa picture no do try. Mahama makes comeback. Shenefe. Oh. Lady will be church say Ashanti region there. Stomach direction editors. Concert. Republic Press. Bawumia concedes to Mama. NPP suffers major setbacks. Irate NDC supporters nearly set Techiman Police Command ablaze. Kofi Tutu News. Professor Opoku Agyemang to make history as Ghana's first female VIP. Historic upsets. NPP loses Asin Central seat after 24 years. NPP to offer constructive opposition. Bawumia. Be calm. Results will be announced soon, according to EC. The Daily Searchlight. Cash fails to retain NPP in power. EC to declare presidential results within 72 hours. Alan Chematin congratulates John Mahama. A+ beat Deputy Interior Minister to become new MP elect for Gomoa Central. Congratulations, bro. The New Trust. Mahama celebrates victory as Bawumia calls to congratulate him. NDC supporters in big jubilation following Bawumia's concession speech. MPP's Frimpong Kodria condemns electoral violence, urges calm among party supporters. NDC's Professor Jane Opoku Agyemang makes history as Ghana's first female vice president-elect. Daily Times. Bawumia congratulates Mama on 2024 election win. NDC wins overwhelming majority in Western North, sweeps 8 seats out of 9. PM Group CEO's visionary agenda bears last record in Daakyehene. MPP high-profile MPs lose bits in 2024 polls. And Abrefo wins big to secure Daakyehene and Nyaso Bekwai seats. Tiene papers are about Ghana and the Mabu Bosubi at the Amano. Femankope Honorable Wari. Honorable Wari. Na sister we my money the amount na me mfa nka asem akwaje ani gu ase no wo ye MP ewo Eastern region watra ma sami ewuku abeje wakonwa no se on the ontimi compete no na o ma won so ala pass na aba e no be odi sika because deputy minister wenye sika doku a bechiche sika no mto aba no lusui mamfa anko me amenka udi kutie de o mamfo ne ka mamfa nto so hwe ni wian makobo ba me ama mo se sister na ye den asamo yesenye honorable abre musika mo agye edi mo amanto amano olusu iso okwa mo sa de sano na mo se ka che no doku wa sika no yedi o yedi doku wa yedi doku wa sika no yedi mama yesa timo honorable pa na mudi na chi na wa mamu sika mo amagye edi mo anto ama no wolu so mo sa de sa no e na mo se no ade we dey ya double hey yes e ka kire wanim dogu we sika no yedi so ya ntoma es ma gaze na me ho adaje enti nya botre ma me na ma me nkoda me nkobo Bawumia waje atum se walusu ana me mpe ba ko bi mfa ma wanza na makodo ho amempe honorable Wari ba ko ma wanza na mako Bawumia ho ade we kure old movie honorable Wari
On number one, worry. Nagas one of your father.
Kaji.
It's worry.
Kaji.
Worry.
Ade.
Worry.
Uni aneme.
You mean me?
Oh, faneme.
Yamifina.
Semajina bana Maria. Aha, efa ho bayi.
Oh.
Sika na ewu sika.
Enyem sika.
Aha, one free minister, ani president Omanya no. Ye huru mu sei. Sele ko bi ntimi na ho bontene. Aka ku for wi ko bi ntimi shan huru no. O to be huru nda.
Bi huru sika.
Ko ta trap ma sei. Aha, ai akoi ba ko sindu ko bi huru no. Akora ko bi huru no. Ade na meje sema ke na huru me.
Honorable worry. Honorable worry. On number one, worry. Nagas one of your father.
Kaji.
It's worry.
Kaji.
Yeah, munyasa, munyasa. But Baumi idea, to be honest. Yeah, mona basu. Or a gentleman. And I don't know, or no be a tabulating idea. It was a Ghana, there was a trick a crabana. That's typical Ghanaian. Nearly be asking that you're real fini money a JB Amanaka. You get it? But Baumia, why are they? Presidential candidate for MPP, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. Mamen Kobo Ebra Ojitum se walu sunu kakra emao. Press conference ofre. Ni yinti ono enum nsem. On the main can honorable worry ni because on the me respect no. Sa press conference we crow yeah no. I had you. Tinkoti nsema okan ni bi. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. Na yere sami su ne jina ne nche no.
It's okay. All right. So, are you guys ready? Should I go?
Yeah, go. We are ready.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, following yesterday's presidential and parliamentary elections, Ghanaians at home and abroad have been sitting on tenterhooks awaiting the outcome of the election. Let me say that the data from our own internal collation of the election results indicate that former President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has won the presidential election.
Masa me ni ambere mo man jai sana. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia kasana fina mudi we fa yon be. Me pesa munya ni enwene yo. Abrochi ni o no.
Decisively. The NDC has also won the parliamentary election, even though we await final collation for a number of seats. However, I believe ultimately that these will not change the overall outcome. I have just called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to congratulate him as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. I said during the signing of the Peace Pact that I was sure of two things. Ghana will win and peace will reign. The people of Ghana have spoken. The people have voted for change at this time, and we respect that decision with all humility. I thank God Almighty for how far He has brought me, and I submit to His will. I am making this concession speech before the official announcement by the Electoral Commission to avoid further tension and preserve the peace of our country. It is important that the world investor community continues to believe in the peaceful and democratic character of Ghana. These are our most important assets. Ghana is more important than our individual political ambitions, and we must always put Ghana first. While this was not our desired outcome, I say this is part of the democratic process. We put our best foot forward in the contest, explaining our policies and programs. However, it is sometimes the case that the voter would have other ideas. I am very proud of the efforts of our campaign team, and I thank them very much. I assure His Excellency John Dramani Mahama of my full support in the transition process. As committed Democrats, we pledge to ensure that we have a very smooth transition so that the business of government will continue seamlessly. The MPP would offer the needed support to the new government in a very responsible way. Ladies and gentlemen, we have conceded defeat like any consummate Democrat would do, but we have not abandoned the fight to transform Ghana and expand opportunities to all sections of our society. We will not be a disruptive opposition, even though we would subject government actions and policies to strict scrutiny in the interest of our beloved nation. Our MPs, I am convinced, will do a thorough job to advance our democracy and ensure that the citizenry gets the best out of the democratic dispensation. To the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party, I know the feeling hurts, given that this is not the result you worked for. I know you would feel there is darkness ahead. That is natural, especially when in all sincerity you gave the assignment your all. But I assure you that we will regroup and come back even stronger. We will take stock of events and pick lessons to guide us going forward. In the interim, I urge you all to look into the future with optimism and hope. We may have lost the battle, but not the war. Let me also use this occasion to congratulate all MPs elect, with special emphasis on those from the MPP side. I would like to use this opportunity to thank His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, for his support and guidance over the years. I extend sincere thanks to the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, for her support and wise counsel throughout my tenure as Vice President and during the 2024 electioneering campaign. I would like to thank my wife, Haja Samira Bawumia, who has gone over and above the call of duty in her support for me. My thanks also go to my children, my brothers and sisters, and the entire Bawumia family for their support. I also thank my running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and his wife Alma for their strong support in this campaign. I am eternally grateful to our revered traditional rulers, religious leaders, and the generality of Ghanaians for their support. I thank former President Kufuor, the Council of Elders, executives, and the rank and file of the New Patriotic Party for their solid support. To all Ghanaians who voted for me and the MPP to implement our proposed bold solutions, I thank you for the confidence you reposed in us. To all Ghanaians who didn't vote for me and the MPP in this particular election, I thank you for considering my proposals, even though you exercised your right to choose by settling on the eventual winner. Let me also thank the Electoral Commission for overseeing yet another transparent and fair election in Ghana. I also thank the security services for their role in maintaining the peace. My thanks also goes to the media for their excellent reportage. Ghana has won. Thank you very much, and may God bless you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, presidential candidate for MPP. Tuchemao, you've done the honorable thing. Oh yeah, dear. Dear penny, ye Ghana na ye nim no. Asumdwem. Dear here no. I'm grabbing us more platforms on as it. Become be me free, so it means more platforms. Wait free. GH1 EIB network. CCR and a post. Collated results from 13 of 16 regions. That is the woman free easy a catching on. Say Omo de omanya say 13 out of 16 regions na omanya no aka 3 regions. Dr. Bawumia 3,127,030. A percentage 37.17%. John Dramani Mahama Behmaba 5,135,161. 13 regions no. Not just a no. HSE enka former president LED 61.04%. Omo for breakdown so no according to omo de no. Omo for breakdown of regions chrono mighty. So you name regions na kana be make a difference no. But with this I'm sure Asante region might not be part of it. Because I know about me and that's why we're 40% in him. Way free EIB network, Star FM, GH1 TV, and no more ekeka home. And the atum. I'm saying mama kakra. Okay. Now easy minim so be artwork ni bia ba. But one ma I say we as na aye ketua bi o nti. Wa anya mbakra nkrofo be ya aba. Ghana map artwork na abeto dwanie. Elections na ye to ye no. 16 regions na ye wo no. According to infographics we say east di nyina aba na tally dia. Jomama win 14 regions. Upper West, Upper East, Savannah, Northern, Oti, Bono East, Bono, Western North, Western, Central, Greater Accra, Volta. Except Ashanti Eastern, I have the Northeast, Pe, and about me a fire. 14 out of 16. Sure. Tina go for friend say, "Hey, you tsunami, tsunami." I'm fan to show you. Infographics say, "ECDI message sahwi wo mu dia." John Dramani Mahama win 14 regions out of 16 regions. Nache Bawumia win 4 regions. Ashanti, Eastern, Ahafo, and a Northeast. And a John Dramani Mahama. Esro she ni nyina she voter wo she ni nyina she Greater Accra she Central she Western she hey John Dramani Mahama she hey odeko eti na ho asem no yamfa ne se parliamentary seats ne 276 2/3 out of 276 about 184 say 275 no de kwa 2 thirds be 183 a majority a 2 thirds parliament mrache say uye bibi na wo 2 thirds a utimi de ye adwuma it forms a quorum e de omo ye biem omo decision 2 thirds no do so che 1/3 pe na aka no. What does it mean? The year titini because men can say verified. NDC projections then the calculation and tabulations are why actually say NDC anya 185 seats. So ampa NDC timinya 185 seats na actually say NDC anya 2/3 of the parliament. Actually say MPP for na ama parliament kro mu hia wo mo. So omu projection no esi saa. So omu nya 185 no e bia bi kra be bi so omu nya 186. But se timi koye 185 and then even 184 kra because I mean 2/3 na ma calculate actually no say 2/3 even out of 276. 184. So between 184 and 185 what I mean call 186 kra. Because say 275 for the year ube here 183. But say 276 you need 184. Almost also just say omanya 185 ebi so omanya 186. I just say omanya 2/3 of the parliament house. Echire den. Meba be chire mu. I'm going to honorable worry back on mona. Me fan we to appetite. And dem akoso Ghana. Don't me say me anu was me bana me chiri bi mu chiro na ehu bi. Ti me nya wan da age na. Me come anim 10 times ya ba pontem. Honorable worry. Oh, me you ni we na the answer. Mo so momra na minyi honorable worry back na. Say hokra na e dey na me ko chini ko pa de fufuri. Mama me video back near esisi Ghana after Thursday ya to aberie ye no na abrochefo no enhwe bi mama me wadi asaw honorable why I mean enyi foforo ma na mo di honorable sika na mo say di nachi e ka chense duku asika no ye di so ya nto ama no usika no duku a ye di usika no so ye nto mo na sana mo die ayo mami we kakra ma ya to aba ni wie no munhwe kurom kakra
I'll send you the video. I'm asking my voice. The video. I said, sign about 10 minutes. The washing machine. I'll tell you now. Then look down. Hey, y'all be bro. What's the most I meant? I'm going to tell you for sell them. Them for discount them and sell. I mean, this they say them for sell for office one. Na mu beti mafa. Mu ntimi fa o. Obi abora. Ya mu nyam obi mo maso.
Hey! Adie free there. No gra me friend free mpo. And as a free jo say washing machine. Sabi one friend is can the to yenti. Nipa ba ko timi pagya ba ko soa kakraka bi. Mami mo mu e. Achiremu, mechiremu. Say yes MPP for no. Ye me bi mu sika se omon emfa nkwa ye yi. Ebi amfa sika. Na nko. Na ko say we say we dey make to ho. So last minute e bi ni so ombelusu to omo sika ka omo nsa omo nkotua wo ye ma bi ni ema so omo nkocheche omo anche na omo lu ene nkrofo ahu ene obi akwa anu akoyi bi ho na abeche no enye shop negu Ghana Worry. Etina e hoso de no. Ampe ba ko bi ma wansa na me nko ayimra. Enwum we me hu na me fe, to be honest. Eno say honorable Worry ne cartoon form. Ba ni pa kro ye. Ya Ghana for creativity ye adwuma.
Say kind of why I don't know why don't try this way. If you're moving soon,
Honorable Worry.
say kind of why I don't know why don't try this way. If you're moving soon,
Honorable Worry. Yeah. Yes, I sure. If you can see a bit of mukru. Benjamin Ned. Honorable Worry. And this is a press conference. Cecilia and Chabia. The Omokan Menka. Mammy Moka Cranchero. Na Yinti free omenum. Sammy Jemfina Kasai, National Communications Officer for NDC. Edienti no more friends and for. Ansan me pon mebo John Dramani mama a profile so amount. Ansan me pon. At least oh my e kakra kan e yabum me boka krama ansana. Baby ye wo no niema be you get it. Efe a beautiful my boka krama. Ti mammo sami Jemfi na mi wi a me meton ade kakra na. Afi menye call because me interviews me no bi na menye nhim na. Ti enko ti NDC press conference no. E dey asem no mpesa Ghana for eti. National Communications Director for NDC, Sami Jemfi.
Very brief summary of this very important message in chief. But as any can count the protocol symbol. A crack say the Nisha a NDC Treasurer for Penny, our General Secretary, Eura, Fifi adequate. And Ononama Makwenya said, Menyasa, Mevan Semi and Tuja and Famano. But we for a funeral every year, Queen, that it is India, SEC Ghana Fanai, Nina. Amaya Yemshishena, Amaya Rap, Fafa, and we are naming Yen Mefiho. A buying you may be a war, Nipebino Mapaqua, Takesa institutions, no, a buying a Japade, a buying Yama, or mining Yama Efriho. That is a Biakos Watermali Central Bushigu, and in Yamia Bibi will say, and then can hear Yatis yes, Western region Yatis yes. But we shall for Sa and Yamana Cost NDC for Yadia. Yera won opana mayesia fem kese ba emiamia bebro wa de see ye no de yate ene se eyam bibifo bi a omubuafu se emo fertilizer na nyene bi a aban no se mo beka ya na se aban ne ka se nsuo anto osire opa ba jisika se omo dia to aduane ne fertilizer cheche ama akuafo ni nipa bi no sɛ nnuane no a wɔn totɔɔyɛ no na nyɛ Ghana fo no wɔn kyɛ ama yɛ na emu wɔn yɛ sɛ wɔn de bɛtɔ nipa adwene na nipa no ato aba ama wɔn Ghana fo agye mu na deɛ wɔn anto ama wɔn but wɔn parliamentary candidates ni bi wɔ hɔ a wɔn ankyɛ nneɛma no wɔn hɔɔdo gu wɔn NADMO offices ne aban warehouses bi ɛno na NPP fo adi ntwi Tamale Central ne Bushiri supporters no wo di agufu akɔ bubu ani afa wote ne saa wobɛdwen sɛ yɛ NDC fo na ɛyɛ but in those specific cases na ɛnyɛ NDC fo but no question ne sɛ emiamia bebree so wɔ hɔ a NDC fo bi so ɛna ma DJ na aba no bebree ntimi hyɛ ɔmo ho so a ɔmo so ayɛ saa nneɛma bi by attacking state institutions ne facilities bi deɛ NDC amanyɔkuo yɛgyina yɛ mpanyinfoɔ nyinaa nan mu aka no sɛ yɛ NPP ni na ɛyɛ yɛ o sɛ yɛ NDC ni na ɛyɛ yɛ o ɔmo nyinaa yɛ Ghanafoɔ adeɛ a ɛnyɛ no ɛnyɛ ɛntwa yie na wɔ sɛ esi ha yaa woyɛ Ghana ni na wotia titiriw woyɛ NDC ni na wotia na wayɛ wadwen so bɛyi bibi saa ya mesrɛ gyan ɛmfa mmara nhyɛ wo nsɛm ɛnyɛ deɛ ɛnsɛm fata so obi funkum a woso wo mfum nwia efie mɔtwe ni ɛna bɛn asɛ ɔmɛ yi adi ania yankontokwa yamfa mmara nhyɛ nsɛm yɛnya abotrɛ atwɛn ato aba ɛde ɛyɛ obɛfra konwa so nkunibia na bɛwie afei deɛ ne akɔpipire a yɛ atake state institutions woyɛ saa ne kyɛ sɛ deɛ NPP foɔ yɛyɛ a Ghanafoɔ ani anye ho a yɛato aba ɛti a wɔn bɛma obi aka sɛ wɔyɛ nyina fa yɛ pɛ ɛso yɛnyɛ pɛ nti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ beebi a saa deɛ nakɔ so bia ne yɛnyae yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛte sɛ ebi esi biem because NPP foɔ no bi a wɔn police mu wɔn titirafoɔ ni bi no wɔn pɛ kwan a wɔn bɛfa so apirapira NDC ɛtitirafoɔ na wɔn agungun bi nti me ne wo ka sɛ akoma dan wɔ offensive law asante mantem wɔn akum yɛn supporters ni bi mienu branch secretary a police fo gyina onipa gyina the videos are there yɛde sekan awɔ wɔn atwitwa wɔn ewia ketekete all over saa enyema ya ɛkɔ so arebo paa ti yɛsrɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛma to otwa yɛnyɛ deɛ sɛ fata asɔmanfo emeri deɛ wobɛtumi agye w'ani ba mesrɛ wo wogye w'ani a na wode ahwɛ yie so ayɛ dɛn aka ho because yɛpɛ sɛ obiara ɛtumi tena nkwam na onya ahoɔden ɔmpira na 7 January 2025 yɛn nyinaa yɛtumi hyia wɔ Independence Square ɛhwɛ ɔmanpanyin John Dramani Mahama yɛswear ni in as president na Akufo-Addo ɔka sɛ wɔn hand over ɛma ne dɛm ma ne kyena no onyame osi hene nti ɔbɛ hand over my papa John Mahama ɛbɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛyɛ fɛ paa yɛpɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa including NDCfoɔ nyinaa yɛn nyinaa yɛhwɛ saa adeɛ no wu a wonhu bi amammuo papa John Mahama de ba 24-hour economy ɔde ba no wonhu bi na wonya so mfasoɔ so enti ɛma ekunimdie ma wo fa bufu ana anigye nkoyɛ bibia ebetimi am wonya akwanhyia ana ebetimi am obi ipabɔne ni bia yɛ obibi na wahwere wo nkwa ana asɛ kwakwa akopira yenim sɛ yenyina yɛ pɛsɛ atentrene ne pɛrɛpɛrɛ yɛ adwuma bade no so deɛ emere no abawi aka 28 days pɛ na yɛ wura John Dramani Mahama aswene in na wabɛgye afiri yɛ brɛ ne yɛ hawo ɔba yɛn nyinaa yɛrehwɛ a ɛno nti yɛato aba ma no dodoɔ so sei no ɔbɛyɛ ama yɛ mwatɔe nti yɛbɛsrɛ ebi adu no obiara nya ahotrɛ obiara nya awɛyie na obiara ɛnyɛ ne nneɛma kwampa so yɛngye yɛni ma mesrɛ nkɔbu office bi adi sɛ wɔkɔpɛ mu wode wɔpɛ mu a wofrɛ deputy national youth organizer with the last said ɔwɔ mu wɔ hɔ bɛbrɛ bi akogwa mo mande mu nyinaa wɔ hɔ mbɛma mo ne bi to me ba abai papa eba enti saa nyema no mama ma yɛ ni akyiri enko yɛ ade ayɛnsɛ fata yenim sɛ adwumre isifo aba mo ne sɛ bɛn no nan bɛbɔ afa mu no ɔmo ne ɔman no bɛdi nkɔmɔ na presidential election results no ɔmo declare ɛde atodwa me yɛ nyinaa yɛ officially de wadi nkɔni no ba na wie pa yɛ papa John Dramani Mahama ɛne Ghana fo nyinaa ɛbɛkasa tie nyinaa yɛ ba akɔhyia no na yɛtie nsɛm a ɔwɔ ma ɔman no na yenim sɛ ennu ɛhɔ koraa no na parliamentary results kakra and same one a detention aba Eastern region in Sawama Doji, Akwetia, Fantiakwa North constituencies. Greater Accra, Ablikumanov, Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, Asante Mantem, Obwasi East, meaning Sanya Meninano, na year to year, ama declarations, Akoso. Yes, easy for us to say, at least with regards to parliamentary elections, obey an intent so. Na and they yet declare the Bia Kama, na Subie, Abba, the Warren, Infana Diamano. Na Asubie, na yen declare Yamampia, Yatua Begin, Rajon Dramani Mahama. Only on my name, Casania, about to into a cheat, like you move on Asomai. The Rajon Dramani Mahama, Ebert Rambanian so on 7 January 2025. The dying in Ayakumaswa, and Uti, Yam boom as Nipaba, Quatua Bamano. Amana check down Unyamiti, Uni Hamoda, yes, Sabeka, the Munamas.
Okay, International Communication Director, NDC, Sami Jemfi, and obtaining Kanunti looting no, and on 7 Wakondemo, and afi updates eba baby, Nema Sisi Niade. Yes, Remo. The election itself, no, ended. The Onu Jina crack, Wape President Teddy. Oye vice president olusu ye wajiatum ti sabi di enti na wo a wote nchen a o ebi mu kra mutra anye ya mo di yan na wo kra mu benya adi mpo ye na ye odese o me party awene na wo hwirihwiri no na sabi uko hwere wo nkwa ti esre mo why enkwa hia am ko man ko hwe beautiful picture bi from Ghana ya na bibi say e fe kakra ye to abawie ye pictures be be krom ni bi mama bi hwe adama sami an mekwa ko yi abekere wo ti mama hwe bi enkoi enti wenye se abusuafo bi na enye yi typical Ghana no ti obi funda ka ne abo no ameso okasa Hey, Ghana. Beautiful. Yeah, about me, you know. Ghana, motherland, auntie. At least, where any other, I me majuma tea. Me mwenye feel nibi. Niama ya so Ghana, a free ya to abani wie na wenye feel ni kakra. Ti mami ba ko pebin ka ma na fe men ko ton ade na mi wia insi akwa we kura mimfi no na asab na time memmo we me kan ti menye amawa obeka se me be kan eso nye no kure ti be menye mam Yami Krasa say I want to say national organizer.
Just send a small video.
Okay.
10,000 ballot papers. Oh, I've called there. Yes. Just send a small video.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, I have police brother come here. Yes. Just send me the small video now. 10,000 ballot papers. Oh, I've called there. Yes. Just send a small video.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, I have police brother come here. Yes. Just send me the small.
It way 200,000 papers are near print ba me Ashanti region Kumasi Kwada so na she dan bim. Ena nkrofo akoma tip off na ya me ne boys could drew ha free police chise we ki be hwe agum yo de asesa baby vote amfa tine ho asem so eno no ti Crawford si akra mountain so amanhwe eno ketewa bi na afa mi nkoton ade emra na show omo ji omo ni kakra ma me na majumani o kwasi ada enra
Oh, I've called just send us more. Yeah, you can just send yes.
Edi na chese feel ne so kakra eno no Crawford TC mountain so gi omani enkra mountain so das meko Alex Donko sisi ana mene na akodi enkomo ka so attitude because ho na no e ho na etu ya yesi obi ewu no e ho it was confirmed say yabo obi tu eku no e wo ka so sebi obi maame e ho gra de maame enu na ejina ebeye MP enti na wo be wu a I don't get it, to be honest. And we no enyam yenu na ade ba kwa di agro. I'm fra let's don't corner. Ade am dey to so ifa ne se me nsa ne pa ye na me dey beto so. Fa ne se me hu. Enti kama. Oh, oso mi video no way. What's your basim? Oh, infimo. I'm in Queen for fro. We are no mean to me you wanya ade to ana po a wo bone so tro se yema chaisa mamenyi the incoming president na mamfanko isi mransa no abebo profile no okay nti Joy News ewo isi headquarters ti mamema update in free home sharp ansana mabeyi John Dramani mama na ma me monitor electoral commission okaso be press conference it in case or start whilst I'm on air me de betum na ya fe be live nti me monitor omo se omo edi tumpe me mo akonya bi eho easy ayesisi a omo se 4:30 okay sa kakakra nti enyamboy nti pe chance na etomu a me connect atum na mamo ahwe bi nti okay Alex friend my engine report on the first because ECD ne becha na che ya tie free ne ho oh okay hello Alex.
Yes sir
na
match me na bia ma network ne yakora
mo yes wo hu bibia boko de na yemponi Alex what menka
Hello.
Yeah, Kwaku. What you mean, ka? Yeah, network here, Nadia. Alex.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking.
Aha, what there? Bobo fast. Kaswa batu na yete ya memenda na nwumra na adwo bobo ba na yete se etu ato wo kaswa ai metonka otimenka etina otimenka na de wotie no summarize se abatu na ekoso wo kaswa no yete se etu ato ona na wo kaswa ne patem ewutu senya den eti bomu mayen ampa etu oto wo etu obo obi wo kaswa Chiremai. Hello, Alex. Ya network nenye. Mami mfanko Electoral Commission na maburu chirifu enhwe de ekoso ewo ho. Ya ka say ekrofo akogu ho. NDC mpanyifo so ewo ho. Ti mfanko Electoral Commission. Near the Ecoso, and some almost sat on press conference now, Medwatum.
Papers at the Regional Coalition Center, so that parliamentary candidates, not the presidential, the parliamentary results, because it's been that dispute between Eli Plim Akurugu and then Michael Kwei Jr., because there have been some challenges. But what you see now on your screen is that Otokuno, the NDC's Otokuno, is quite preventing that request. For whatever reasons, we definitely will bring you updates on that. But that's what you have on the screen. As of yesterday, Michael Jr. was giving us an update that there were some snatchings, ballot snatching, the NDC followers preventing the continuity of the countings and many other accusations. And he's been very vehement about it between yesterday on all media platforms, and even spoke to our colleague Blessed Suga and gave an extensive details. Maybe in some point of our coverage now we'll bring you that interview that he had with Blessed Suga, but that has not brought clarity up until now. I also know that this morning, whether I was a presiding officer or not, but there are footages of them declaring Eli Plim Akurugu as the winner, and even brought some figures. I think it was a little over 50. We'll find.
Yeah, medium. I mean, go easy officer. Enti Eli Plim no worry near enti Michael Kwei Jr. Lusu. Adwa safusi do me kwabenya NDC aje. Enti we nyafe na mo be twon manso bi enkosi aga montwa so na monko monim. Ma me nko easy copy update. Israelite and Senior, young boy.
So yes, we are the National Coalition Center here at the Electoral Commission, and we still have 12 of the regions coming in. So we have 12 regions, and let me explain again. So what tends to happen is there's going to be collation at the regional level. So all the constituencies will send their results to the regional office of the Electoral Commission, and then once they have all that, then they're going to send it through to the National Coalition Center where we are at the moment. Now when they come through, they'll take the results, it's faxed to them, and then they'll take each of the results from the regions as they come. They share it with the political party representatives who are also here. So essentially you can say there's a strong room. They'll share it with them, they would cross-check, and once they're okay with the results that have come through, it will be sent to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, who's then going to certify or endorse. Once she's endorsed it, and then that's it. Now we've had 12 regions coming so far, and the outstanding regions that are yet to come are Greater Accra, Ashanti, Upper East, and Savannah. Now, of the regions that have coming so far, there are 3 of them that have some constituencies outstanding. So it means whatever, and I'll be running you through the results that we've had so far, the votes that each of the candidates have obtained so far from each of the regions. But before I do that, I want to just put it out that for 3 of the regions or the results that I'll be sharing with you, there are some constituencies outstanding, which means that it isn't the total tally. So the tally will fall short of the results from some constituencies. And the 3 regions are central. So for the central region, Ewutu Senya East is not part of the tally which I'll be sharing with you. For the eastern region, the Suhum in Sawam, Adwejiri, and Akwetia constituencies. So these 3 constituencies are not going to be part of the tally for the eastern region, which I'll shortly be sharing with you. And then there's also the Bono East region, where Techiman South is not.
Could a Cybertruck, like the one that you see right behind me,
Hey, mommy, you know, on a brofo, I can see, no one. Any abre, Pagana, some
Having shared that with you, I think we can go straight to the results that we have. And I'm going to start from the Ahafo region. So for the Ahafo region, and the candidates we have are 12. Of course, obviously, because Madam Ikuadonko is deceased, even though we have her name here, and she was on the ballot. But I'm going to run through. I've run through all the candidates already. But for purposes of repeating, I'm going to just stick with the 2 front runners, which is the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama. So let's go with the Ahafo. So for Ahafo, Dr. Bawumia obtained 113,851 votes, and then John Dramani Mahama, he got 130,106. So he won. John Dramani Mahama won that region. Now let's go to the Western North region. For the Western North region, we have Dr. Bawumia. He obtained 124,024 votes, and then John Dramani Mahama, he obtained 202,689 votes. So he won that region as well. Let's go to the Central region. So for the Central region, which I've already gone ahead to indicate that the Ewutu Senya East constituency is not part of this tally, Dr. Bawumia obtained 382,749 votes, and John Dramani Mahama obtained 562,620. So John Dramani Mahama won that particular region, which is the Central region, which again I'd like to reiterate does not include the results for the Ewutu Senya East constituency. Now we go to the Upper West region, where Dr. Bawumia obtained 89,906 of the votes, and then John Dramani Mahama obtained 242,852 of the votes. We go to the Bono East now. So the Bono East region, which again I've already mentioned, does not include the tally of Techiman South constituency. Dr. Bawumia obtained 124,811 votes, and John Dramani Mahama, he obtained 216,691 of the votes, and that's for the Bono East region, which again does not include the tally of the Techiman South constituency. Now we go to the Volta region, where Dr. Bawumia obtained 56,699 of the votes, and John Dramani Mahama, he obtained 584,234 of the votes. That's for the Volta region. Now we go to the Bono region, where Dr. Bawumia obtained 192,773, and John Dramani Mahama obtained 235,681. So this is another region that John Dramani Mahama won. That's the Bono region. We go to the Northern region, where Dr. Bawumia obtained 370,928 votes, and John Dramani Mahama obtained 529,456 of the votes. So here again, the Northern region, John Dramani Mahama won that region. In the Northeast region, Dr. Baumia obtained 134,800 votes, and John Dramani Mahama obtained 111,051 votes. So this is a region, the Northeast region, which was won by Dr. Baumia. Then we go to the Eastern region, which I've already gone ahead to indicate that sort of include the results for 3 constituencies. Dr. Baumia obtained 493,234, and John Mahama obtained 453,234. So the Eastern region is one of the regions that was won by Dr. Baumia. Then we go to the Oti region. For the Oti region, Dr. Baumia obtained 86,489 votes, and John Mahama obtained 182,470 of the votes. And then the very last one that we have right now, making it the 12th region that has come through to the EC so far, is the Western region. And Dr. Baumia here obtained 275 votes, 275,231 votes. And then John Dramani Mahama obtained 423,245 votes. So John Mahama won the Western region, and that concludes the number of regions that we've had coming into the National Coalition Center here at the EC. 12 regions have come through. We have 4 regions outstanding.
Okay. Eti nache se eno ti mame en check it say EC a press conference no or start here na memfa entum ema na yenko tie bi, because ehɔ na action no ɛwɔ omo press conference we ya omo ebeye no ebeye die chairperson di be declare final results no menye sure say Sane announcement na aba no. Se Ghana time 4:30. Omo edibetum. Nti a declaration near train. So I don't think that Mami J Mensa ebaba can be before Frobia. Na. Na aye ready na memfantum ne yankofa ne preko na. Yenti free ne ho. Ebra obobo results no. Se the easy enya no. The tea ni nyina no sa na tie dwo mama enya de ye ka so enya no ana eswate senate na yankofa emfree eho feed na me pe no entom, but me go so e monitor omo nti the tuma na meso me dia tumu na chese yenya na bibia aye fine. Tianzana may train me take his advantage in a memfa any profile of John Dramani Mahama Emra. Ba me monitor easy no way chida. Ti etoma na midwatum. Ghana's president-elect, the second coming of John Dramani Mahama. Who is John Dramani Mahama? I didn't both the names. We issue. Who is John Dramani Mahama? Yengotie ni profile kakra.
Ghana ya mabododo.
The former president and NDC presidential candidate was born on 29th November 1958 in Damongo, which was then the capital of the West Gonja district in the northern region. He is the son of Emmanuel Adama Mahama, the West Gonja constituency MP and the first regional commissioner of the northern region under Ghana's first president Kwame Nkrumah. He received his basic education at Achimota Basic School and later moved to the Ghana Secondary School in Tamale. In 1981, he received a Bachelor of Arts degree in history but was forced to flee to Nigeria where his father was living in exile.
I don't know, easy office or BB Cosunti, Maman Trainer, Memper no mana. John Mamma de Besabo, the proof and the Siababoa, and I mean, copy easy and a honor action a warner. Wadama Ahana utie, ahana oshe. Adinkra radio, Adinkra TV. Ti ahaya so na wasam de 2 mile. Na ehu de ekoso. Ti ma fa nko EC office.
Dignitaries with some of the diplomats, and that is Dr. Mani Brahma, the exchange. So all is set for the final declaration of the 2024 presidential election results, and we will bring you all the pictures as and when it happens right here on Ghana Television, GBC News, and all our affiliates.
GB.
So those were pictures.
Yeah, the any to moswa ya mama nyesa mama ma tamfu nya yen. Station of the nation. Ademo de no bi e tap bi. Eso sound na nye. Eni. Eza mama tamfu nya defend them on mama ne makra ye. Machines is papa nya na mo na mo. We are doing a moment agina so kakra so ma bro chefu e feel good so. You try ho. Nkrofu kra to da mu bi nyamo dodo. No yeso ko kasa mu gigi TV license ayen ya na baba be defendable. Se be ya obi antie mu na mu peska etuaka. Mu hia bi dia ya ade. De GBC mu ye de wan hwa me kwa ko fe free be fufuro na. Ko se mu feed intimi mfa ni ya. Ko mo aso mu de ya na obi tap afrim. Ti mu hwe no ma nkrofu sound am be ya nche ho. Esa no ma tamfo nya ye. Eti na chese Electoral Commission headquarters no American ambassador to Ghana and atanase political parties no reps and a war around mo any adeno chese omunyina ebe final declaration of the presidential election results said the Sami Jemfi eka no isi no area anwumre the president elect John Dramani Mahama ebe kasa say Mahama ya concede Alan Chamati mu nyina afra congratulate no nti insidie ya obeyi bibi kitua bi aka obi ehwe ne se the NDC project ne sa na tie Joma menya how many percent eki aside percentage na onya ye no MP seat no ne NDC fo ka so omanya ni nyina ampa omanya because it bi wa ya tese do me kwa benya elekplem akurugu awe ne dada eso still yes aso mo contest HSN no say ye pebi mo chinchi mo nsa age no Obuasi East ye declare dada ya te be ya ade akra ya ache so 24 hours ya aba enu say so afi yes ase yes contest ano don pray we is a one way ya te dada say this ya win kra dada every this win kra ache yes contest just baby o man chinchim zanji bi anka ho kakra aweni tua and that's our politics ma agro ne yede nti ɛhɔ deɛ so ɛno no nti ma me monitor na sɛ ya papa GBC fui na feed ni ntom yi na me fa ntum na mfa nkɔ hɔ na de ɔmo ya yɛ deɛ ɔmo deɛ na nyina so ya me do bɛkɔ baabi foforo don't worry because deɛ yɛtwɛn ya ne sɛ yɛbɛgye afiri EC hɔ nti ma me sa nkɔ GBC na mehwɛ sɛ ade na ɔmo yɛ no atoma ntom ya me mpɛ baabi foforo na. But so funny enough, mostly the omo ye feed no say oma GBC master way no. Now that stations not tap we free omo ho. Nti ono ne de ne kofe ne sempe. Na ya asem. Ko on ne headmaster no. Eh, Baba Sadiq Kenyare ne. Engo fo mari ni shit jampo. Maybe MPP press conference me boka krama. Na boss eh David. Isi obeka sache. Dia karam dia she fridge mo kire nyambo. Oh wow, ti Baba Sadiq be MP. GBC. If you go EC headquarters na Abrochi for train. Yenko. Madam.
During the whole process and ensure that the NDC is not shortchanged in this whole process. Yes. We also saw the director of elections of the MPP not too long ago in the shots there. So those are pictures on your screen from the Electoral Commission and giving the fact that everybody is seated. All those who matter, the invited guests are seated in the room.
All those with accreditation.
Of course, and the room is packed. The media, taking position. Then it means that yes, the Electoral Commission, the chairperson, is coming to declare the results.
Yes.
And for me, the declaration should put to bed some of the pockets of violence we've seen. Even though, from what I have monitored, it does appear that the issue has to do with the parliamentary side of things.
Yes.
So Okankwe
Central, Tema Central, Ablikuma North.
Right.
Yes, these are notable constituencies that the EC is yet to give certified results for who won in those constituencies. But I mean, from the just held the MPP press conference, they also cited Domiko Abenya, Okankwe and Ablikuma North and Tema Central. They also cited in Sawama, Dwejiri, Isuhum, Akwetia, Ahafo, Ano, East and South, Gushegu, Damongo, Alwyn, and a number of other constituencies whose results are being contested.
So in some of these constituencies, party faithful are preventing the Electoral Commission staff from adding some pink sheets that will form the full gamut of the figures. So they declare.
And some haven't been signed by the contending parties.
Because they feel that these pink sheets have been tampered with. They feel the pink sheets are coming from outside the elections. And so they are trying to resist those ones. And until that is done, the Electoral Commission can declare who is the parliamentary or the MP elect of any constituency. So for me, that's been the challenge. So we shouldn't be surprised after this election. There are going to be constituencies where two candidates hold themselves as winners of the race. And so we'll be seeing a lot more, cases going to court. Because and you also realize that we're having many issues in constituencies where the MPP feels entitled to. They feel that this is our stronghold. We are surprised that this should be happening. And so everybody is trying to ensure that the seats, is theirs. And that's the issue as we see it.
But to me, while it remains unclear who has won the seats, I'm concerned about the use of ammunition guns in those constituencies. We are being told that in the Ukainkwe, either Okainkwe Central or Ablikuma Central, from Golda's report, that someone had been shot in the thigh, and we are also learning that apart from the 2 other people who were confirmed dead from Ewu to Senya East and the Nyankpala, we are also told that an EC official has been shot dead. And from the NDC's press conference this afternoon, the communications director, Sami Jemfi, also alleged that 2 of NDC supporters at Akumadan have been murdered in cold blood. We are unable to confirm those, but it means that it brings the number of the dead to 5. And that's quite worrying. In the last election, there were 8 deaths, and we are probably inching up to that number. And we were just hoping that we wouldn't even record any deaths at all.
And given the fact that violence continues in some constituencies, the number may go up, and that's worrying. This is an election.
It's not a do or die affair. It's just, some observers have said, see it as a game, exchange of ideas. It's not war. If you lose today, you have a chance to reclaim the seat in the next 4 years, so. But it's just about 4:45, or just past 4:45, and the EC is still not ready. We don't see the official seated yet, even though they promised that the declaration would start at 4:30 p.m. You anticipated that it may not start at 4:30 exactly, but we are hoping that maybe by 5 o'clock we'll see the official seated, and then the returning officer for the presidential elections would announce who the president-elect is, although it's obvious to the nation who has won this election. But on our dashboard, we have 120 certified results. 120 certified results.
108 constituencies.
Where is that? Because I see 120 of 276 constituencies certified in the
okay, for the presidential. Okay,
yes.
Okay, so the parliamentary is 108.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't know if we would probably be updating our viewers.
Sure, we can do that.
Yes. While we await the EC officials.
Ọmọ pọ̀sọ̀ a yẹn kàn deɛ wɔ akyire eti na kyerɛ EC office ɛno no a ɔmo
so as we're told that they
say electoral commissioner bɛba na wabe declare final election results no ti mpanyinfo a invite wɔn ɛna tete wɔn nsɛntwerɛfo ayɛ ready ɛne biribiara aka sɛ Mensa ne mpanyinfo bɛba abɛtena ase na ɔmo aka deɛ ɔmo bɛka ama ewiase nyinaa ate ɛno na yɛ twɛn nti Mensa ba na kyerɛ sɛ ɛde atum ama mo
across the 16 regions of Ghana has released a preliminary statement or observation of the election as they monitored it. And so the mission, when it comes to election personnel and polling procedures, the mission noted that there was general uniformity in implementing prescribed procedures by polling officials who exhibited a high level of professionalism. A large percentage of polling personnel were women, and this is commendable according to the AU Observer team. The voters needed assistance in 80% of the polling stations visited, were provided necessary assistance by a person of their choice or a polling officer. When it comes to the observation, on party agents and election observers. Authorized personnel, including political parties and candidates, agents, as well as observers, were present in majority of the stations and were allowed to conduct their duties without restrictions. The mission noted that all party agents received a copy of the voter register and result sheets, further enhancing the transparency of the process. On security, the AU Commission or the AU Observer Mission says security personnel were present throughout the day and conducted themselves professionally. There were short queues outside most polling stations, and these remained generally peaceful and orderly. However, the mission noted some security incidents reported by the Ghana Police Service and commends their timely intervention. Additionally, some election officials in the Bono region were arrested for various electoral offenses. The mission notes with concern the reported shooting incident, which claimed the life of one citizen, and encourages the security agencies to continue to put in place measures to avert such incidents during such an important national process. On closing of the polls, there were no queues at most.
When you advertising in person, I'm there.
Agents and media, polling staff were generally competent in carrying out their duties. That's coming from the AU Observer Mission there. We still have on your screens pictures from the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. We wait eagerly and patiently to see Madame Jane Mensah, mount that particular podium and declare the result. Sarah, instructively,
Mon casa na mun yayi da mu shecire oye no mu da mu yayi the station of the nation. More run the commentary. Are there many figures or oh my god, mun sem nyina area asa o ma bre. The Electoral Commission office na edana yi nyina ye hwe no. Mami J Mensa enche bia one ne directors e kana obaba na commissioners omba wa bechia na elections no di omhu ye wakakakra na afi owie a obobo the percentage wise so ebeka ho na jese obi ehu ni smoothness level GBC na mefa feed na free Ghana Broadcasting Corporation Tienkwe Amzavanko ES office.
Oh, Sarah, I was saying that instructively, the observer missions, the AU, the ECOWAS, and the Commonwealth observer missions, have congratulated the president-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, which indicates that they are, are okay with how the process has been so far. Yeah. They are very much confident that these are the results. Yes. And nothing is going to change. Yes. Reason why they have even gone ahead to congratulate the president. So the declaration is going to be a formality which we all await.
A necessary formality, so to say. But I mean, in my interaction with some of the observer groups, they were confident in the democratic process so far that we've engaged in. They said, the Electoral Commission has readied itself to conduct a peaceful, credible and transparent election, and they also observed that there was no form of intimidation anywhere to compel people to vote in a particular manner. The election was freely conducted, and that's a plus to us. As for the pockets of violence, these are things that are expected, only that they wish it won't be escalated and degenerated into probably conflict or war. But I mean, on a large scale, generally, Ghana has performed creditably well.
I mean, certainly, Ghana is a shining example.
Yes.
Democracy, we've come to understand democracy, and we are the envy of our West African neighbors, and even beyond West Africa, across the globe. Those who will come to monitor an election in Ghana know that the process is going to be peaceful. So, in their concluding remarks on that statement released by the AU Observer Mission, they commend the people of Ghana for their commitment to democratic principles, as evidenced by the peaceful conduct of the 7 December 2024 general elections. The overall electoral process, according to the statement, adhered to regional and international standards, reinforcing Ghana's democratic credentials, while the government and the people of Ghana and the Electoral Commission set high standards in management of electoral processes that other African Union member states should emulate. The mission offers some recommendations on areas that could be improved. So, I mean, the mission commending Ghana and also asking other African countries to emulate. We've seen a lot of African countries come to the Electoral Commission to learn and to, be trained on how they are able to do some of these. The former Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Afarajan, is like a consultant of a sort to a lot of African countries, trying to teach them how to, they are able to conduct very peaceful and transparent elections.
They didn't only just congratulate the former president for being the winner in this particular contest. They also congratulated Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia of the NPP. They lauded his action of conceding defeat early, so that any forms of tensions in the country would be nipped in the bud. So they also congratulated him for conceding defeat, and also for going further to exhibit exemplary leadership in the country. And it goes to add up to his credential as a peaceful candidate and a Democrat. He believes in the true tenets of democracy.
So they are making some few recommendations, and they are talking about in terms of political parties and how they should be organized and structured. They are calling for inclusivity. They are saying that we should adopt a more inclusive approach through internal capacity building and civic education to nominate and support candidates from underrepresented groups, particularly women, youth, and PWDs. That reminds me of the former Minister for Chieftaincy, Dr. Dana, who was visually impaired. It's been a while I heard about him.
Well, I have no idea where he could be today, but maybe we'll find out. Yes.
Right. So, those are some of the recommendations that they make. They talk about youth participation. They want Ghana to put in place measures to ensure that effective participation of youth, who constitute most of the registered voters, in order to encourage them to exercise their right to vote and select leaders of their choice. Some recommendations from the observer missions, monitoring the electoral process.
Yes, and as part of their recommendations too, I recall them saying that a lot of the voting or the polling stations were not accessible to persons with disability, and they would want going forward that improved or provisions made for persons with disability to be able to exercise their franchise, since they are all citizens of the country.
Right, so we're still waiting for
Africa time. Kaka 4:30. Now I'm better se be 4. We don't many penny now better was is a 5 for now ball Ghana. Eso still our my. Yet it wa na no nsia. Me to me nya ho control. Jemensa. Ni penny adaje sa o. E ba asem no. Eh. Results of Bobo my so beji dey nyina afa. Eh boy. Ba men den me nya enemies out to abere wa aduanim. Ti mama ni preko. Abere wa aduane ne sei. Me nya ko pese Jemense mi yama wansa na mako. Ti ene ne bebo me no nsia kura sa age metwen o. Na me wie. E correspondent bi kura o na me wie me frɛ ni sim. Na oyene ba ko kwa mo akonside. Itu chama Mahmoud ba mi house ma menye. Honorable war. And you need I was watching a minya na mebo. Ti easy enye ready. Pastela amsa fanko na inti di omo eka. But we do about transia enchesa. Ti di ti o che na ayi. Eni onye rem a we kra na omo mpai. No wadase no ama short speech bi na eno ano no. Nti kanwa na ye twen ya. Ama mpanyfo tete wa omaye no.
That's interesting.
Yes.
And that's going to be live?
Yes, it's going to be live and available on all outside broadcast channels.
Wow.
So I'm sure we'll also pick the feed live. Maybe we'll split the screen and have him.
And this will be the first time
I've
seen a president-elect, monitoring the declaration live. Also because of the time, the space between when results were collated by the NDC and when the Electoral Commission, is coming to declare the results. It's giving them a lot of time to decide to, do a live broadcast.
This particular election has had a lot of first-time things. I mean, things that were never done.
Yeah.
I mean, unprecedented. The EC conducting a 3-hourly press conference to update the country about what's going on in terms of collation of results or how some events are being addressed either by the EC or the security agents. We also have, the National Security, Election Security Task Force also updating us regularly about how they are nibbling pockets of violence in the mud and arrests made and all that. So, this particular election is a demonstration that we've actually improved in our democratic processes, which used not to be.
Sarah, I can't wait to see the transition process start.
Yes.
And some of the drama that usually comes with transitions. And I also can see the new government, sworn.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a web.
It's a mara. As I'm a near brio. Ya 3 year baby in a train resource. But I'm judging for them. Me and you. Sanfanko easy wa. And they say a timwani. Compare say Jemensa about young coffee.
Bread and butter issues.
Certainly. Topical is the cost of living.
Yes.
Unemployment.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what the new government, will be doing. I also can't wait to see the appointments being made and who is going to be,
occupying which position. And we are also being told the NDC will be running a lean government. So you want to see which.
So he has promised to do 60 ministers.
Yes. Yeah. So which ministries will be merged into one and who will be occupying them, and if those.
I know certainly the Ministry of Fisheries would be merged with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
Under the former president Tata Mills. That was the structure.
Okay.
It was merged. Even under Mr. Mahama, it was the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture.
But I doubt that, because I'm told in the former NDC administration there was a university set up purposely for fisheries studies in Cape Coast. So I don't know whether they will rather merge it or they will make it a standalone ministries once we have a university allocated to that.
I mean, for me, that's a very easy one to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Ministry of Fisheries, Aquaculture, merged with the Ministry of Agriculture, and then even under Mahama, we had the Ministry of Transport. Okay, now so the MPP created a Ministry of Aviation,
yes,
which they collapsed.
Yes.
So yes, there's going to be the Ministry of Transport.
Yes.
Yeah.
But speaking of transition, I mean, we heard the Vice President and the NPP presidential candidates assuring the entire nation of a peaceful transition. They cooperating with the new government or the incoming administration to ensure that there's a smooth transition process within the next 28 days or so when the next administration will be sworn into office. So we are sure that the drama that has been associated with transition periods would probably not be what we would see this time around.
No, the drama is drama. Yes, I mean, there's going to be cooperation, yes, but we're going to be hearing a lot of stories.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of stories. Oh, this person, did this, the other person did that. We are not getting some documents from here, there, and what have you. I mean, the beauty of it for some of us, maybe students of Ghanaian politics, you're very much interested. You want to know how the whole process will go. So.
But speaking of what you want to see in the next couple of months when the new administration is sworn into office, key on the agenda is to recover all loots that they allege has been ongoing in this particular administration, because the country as it is now is bankrupt. If they don't recover those loots, they won't be able to undertake a number of developmental projects. So those are the things we are going to be seeing. We're going to be seeing a lot of courts, people summoned at the court or summoned to the court to ensure that if there's proof of any money looted, they will be made to pay or face the full rigors of the law. So I'm sure that within the next few months or the next NDC's administration, we'll be seeing a lot of, some would say witch hunting, but if the OSP proves that there's a case against you, would that be classified as witch hunting?
It usually depends on who is feeling the heat,
yes,
and how they want to describe what's happening.
Yes.
So those are political issues.
But do you think the youth as we see today, the results we are seeing today is a testament of the how fed up the youth are. Bread and butter issues have always been a concern for the youth. Do you think that the youth will be patient enough for the NDC to probably, in its agenda it says they want to reset the economy. Do you think they will be patient enough in this resetting process?
Certainly. As you may be aware already, we have some few economic challenges, and so certainly the economy would have to rebound.
Yes.
So the process of restoring macroeconomic stability must begin. Then we begin to enjoy the dividends of that particular economic recovery. As we speak, inflation is still high.
Yeah.
The exchange rates are very high, and particularly the exchange rates affect a lot of things. It's one of the reasons why the cost of living is high. It is one of the factors pushing inflation. Okay. So we talk about imported inflation. We also talk about food inflation, and food inflation also partly driven by the exchange rate, because fuel is imported in dollars.
Okay.
And so that has an effect on the pricing at the pump. Okay. Fuel prices or crude oil prices are beginning to come down on the international market, around $60 per
But
barrel.
is it reflecting at the pump?
The reason it is not reflecting is because the exchange rate is still high.
Okay.
And because you need dollars to buy crude, and because the rate is high, it affects the price at the pump. So some of these things, before the economy, rebounds, some of these things must be dealt with. Then we'll begin to enjoy the dividends thereof. So at this point, answering your question, will the youth be patient? They will have no option but to be patient for the economy to rebound. Already we've seen some gains. We've seen some gains. Inflation, even though in the last couple of months, is gone up, but generally inflation has trended down.
Okay.
Somewhere in 2022, we're doing 54.2% of inflation. We are now in the regions of 23.3%.
Okay.
So we're seeing the economy see some level of a rebound, especially because we are done with the debt exchange program, the domestic debt exchange program, and then we are also almost done with the international domestic exchange, international debt exchange program as well. That is beginning to give the government some fiscal space, even though as we speak, we're doing much of our borrowing from the domestic market because we don't have access to the international market. There's been some level of recovery in the economy. Even the cedi itself, even though the rate is still high, if you check the Bank of Ghana, is around 15, 16 cedis to the dollar. But then for the past month or so, there's been some relative stability.
Okay.
So the economy must respond, and then we'll begin to see some job creation. And it will depend on some of the policies and the strategies that the new government will put in place. That will help speed up the recovery process of the economy, so that we can feel some ease.
As much as we are being told that some infrastructural projects that were stalled would be continued or others will be started, I'm just hoping that any other infrastructural project that have begun in this administration will be continued, like the Agenda 111 hospitals being built. I'm just hoping that they don't become another case of stalled projects. I would want to see expansion of hospitals in Accra, where for instance, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital they were supposed to have the phase 2 built by now, but it hasn't happened. So I'm just expecting that since the NDC and the previous NDC administration started that project, we would probably see the phase 2 of it in this particular or for the next NDC administration. I'm also expecting that other amenities or infrastructural projects such as schools would also be completed. We just need to stop the cycle of this was not started by my administration, so I wouldn't pay attention to it. So I just want to see a new NDC government continue with projects that we started with our own hard-earned money or borrowed monies, for which reason we are in high debt. Speaking of debts, at a point we were told, in the layman's terms, we were told that if they divided Ghana's debt by the number of citizens, we would all be owing about was it 20 million old CDs or 20, if you could just explain the dynamics of Ghana's debt level as it stands now to me. I mean, viewers would also appreciate, and also the NDC. Okay, so I think we are having some developments from the EC. We have the Deputy Director of Elections, Mr. Tete.
Frank Tete.
Yes.
The final presidential election results sheet. The reps of the candidates who have been with us throughout the past 2.5 days authenticating the individual results are now appending their signatures to the final results to be declared. As you see them, they are coming in turns in order of appearance on the ballot paper. And it is the same way that the results sheet has been structured. At the moment, is a turn of Ghana Union Movement rep endorsing the Form 13 on behalf of his party. Thank you very much.
Oh, nene GBC for Mompe, a been to us here. And it's a casa, my dear, and I'm in pet a. Honorable, why? Alice. You be glad to ask a can I reach it. I feel like I'm going to almost ever since I see it. It's ever culture. Subende. boy. And easy office na na ewo no o de we na ba so my parties awodo ni nyina aba na omdo mo nsa be hyase ansa na obeye de o ye nti eduru NDC so na che number 8 o ade so ye ko 13 tene enyenwe so be ende kakrakra akoko benum nsuo ti easy results no I ready eno no ti political parties no sign I endorse so Matthias omaji results na aba no atum ansana maami je mensa so aba na wabebobo enona omuguso omuba 111 no MPP director of elections ni makon GCPP GFP gum LPG And then easy near China and near Browns.
All right, so there we have it in your shots.
I have declared
political parties.
We parties who member office. No more by any prequel. See how by Ananka will be declared. About some credit.
The pink sheets.
It is a parties in the Begia tomb and on a Igusu. Jemenza.
The final results before the electoral commissioner, comes to do the declaration. So it does appear the declaration is not going to be anytime soon because they are now endorsing the figures before she comes to declare.
On the contrary, because we've had a number of party representatives appending their signature, and we're told it was going to come in order as they appear on the ballot sheet, and they've done a number, so I'm sure in no time they will be done, and then the officials will be seated, because that was the only thing that Mr. Tete said they needed to do for the returning officer, in this case Mrs. Jean Mensah, to declare the results.
But I thought that once he came to address us, they were ready to declare the results.
So you thought the signing should have been done in the background?
Of course, the signing should have been done in the background.
They wanted everything to be done transparently. I mean, for the whole country to see the process. I mean, until this time round, I mean, we never knew all these were done in back door and behind closed doors or in camera. We never had camera going there and having live feed from the EC's national coalition.
No, the cameras were there.
I mean, but we never had the live feed for the entire country to see what is happening. So no kululu here. You get it?
So the results have come from the polling stations.
No, from the regional.
From the polling stations, they go to the constituency level, and then they move them to
the regional collation centers before they come to the national collation center. So, and with each process, I mean, they have to go through rigorous and arduous processes before they are able to transmit the results to another center within the chain of collation and.
So even though the regional coalition arrangement helps for efficiency, I think it's the reason the process has delayed.
Yes.
So before that particular arrangement, they used to transfer the votes from the various constituencies directly to the strong room of the electoral commission,
where I mean allegedly the manipulations take place. But in this, I mean, I must commend the EC this time around for making everything look so transparent to the entire citizenry to know the processes they go through, to probably appreciate why sometimes the results, the declaration of the final results delay, because they need to be diligent with their work to ensure that the figures are matching what was recorded from the grounds, from the polling stations.
There are some who have said that if the various political parties are able to collate the results in real time, the Electoral Commission, through digitalization, should be able to do so. But I mean, you should understand that for the political parties, they don't need any other person to endorse.
Yes.
And So once the results come in from
their polling agents
across the country, they're able to put them together. But for the Electoral Commission, they would have to get both political parties, in fact, representative of all the political parties to sign. And once one political party is not okay with something, they don't sign. So that delays the process. Even though I feel that the results should have been declared
by now. I mean, it's still within the stipulated time the Constitution spells out. Gives room to the EC to declare the results already. So I don't see why it's just that I don't see why we are in a rush, because the 3 days is just about to elapse. It hasn't elapsed yet.
Right, so we see the EC chairperson, Madam Jemensa,
already seated,
taking her seat,
and other members of the commission as well.
Yes, so for sure the declaration is on anytime soon.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
Good evening.
Okay.
You're welcome to the National Coalition Center for presidential elections. Shall we be on our feet for the national anthem? Thank you very much. Shall we have our seats? We would like to start this program with an opening prayer by Reverend Ikia Oforiboatin.
Let us bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, you have said in your word that many are the plans of men, but it is the counsel of the Lord that will stand. We thank you, Lord, that you have spoken in our nation today. It is our prayer that as you have commanded us, that it is you that establishes leaders, that you will pour out your mercy and your grace on all of us as a nation, on our leaders. We thank you, Father, for this time where we declare what you have spoken. We ask, Lord, that your presence be with us. May the words of our mouths and the meditation of all our hearts be pleasing and acceptable to you. O Lord, you are our strength and you are our Redeemer. Amen.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of a few dignitaries. I'll start with the special representative of the Secretary General, UNOAS, Mr. Leonardo Santos Simao. We have with us the Deputy Head of Mission, ECOWAS Delegation, led by His Excellency Babuka Blaise Jani. We also have with us in the National Coalition Center, the UN Representative Coordinator Ghana, His Excellency Mr. Charles Abani. We have delegation from ECONEC. We also have with us the USA ambassador. Accompanying the USA ambassador is the British High Commissioner to Ghana. Now I'm coming home. Before I come home, we have delegation from the Commonwealth. Head of delegation, thank you very much. We have a team from the Association of African Elections Authorities here with us. We also acknowledge the presence of ECONEC delegation if they are here, as well as the EU reps here. Thank you very much. Now I'll come home. With us, we have directors and deputy directors from the Electoral Commission of Ghana. Can we see you? Can we see you and wave? Please be on your feet. Be on your feet for Ghanaians to applaud you for the wonderful work that you've done. Thank you. Now I go to the commission members. Here with us is Commission Member Professor Peter Daakyehene. Also here at the high table, we have Commission Member Hajia Salima Sani Muhammad. The one who said the prayer is a commission member, and she is Reverend Ikia Ufori-Boateng. Thank you. I'm told the EU ambassador to Ghana is also here. And the director of USAID is also here. I would like to introduce another commission member, Ms. Ajua Isiama Abrefa. And now I go to the executive commissioners. At the high table, we have Deputy Chair in charge of Corporate Service, Dr. Bosman Eric Asare. Deputy Chair in charge of Operations, Mr. Samuel Tete, is also here with us. And the chairperson, the returning officer, Mrs. Jane Adukwe-Mensah, is here. In addition, I would like to acknowledge some few people here. Reps of the National Peace Council, representative of domestic observer groups. I can see Mr. Ayin here, the National Coordinator of CODIO, reps of other international observers, members of both local and international press and media houses. Shall we see your hands? The local and international press houses with us. And last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge the supporting staff, members of the security services, as well as the members of the ambulance services that were able to come on short call. Thank you very much for coming. And now, the reason why we are here. I have the singular honor to cede the podium or the mic to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission and the returning officer for the presidential elections, Madame Jane Mensah.
Should I go to the
A good evening to all of you, our distinguished guests. To God be all the glory. Great things he has done and greater things he will do. We thank the good Lord for making it possible for us to witness this day. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been 48 hours since the close of polls on Saturday, the 7th of December 2024. The voters of Ghana have spoken. They have expressed their choice at the polls, and that choice will today be upheld by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. As a commission, we have fulfilled our vowed aspiration to imbibe transparency, accountability, inclusiveness, and responsiveness at the heart of all our operations. And I can confidently say that with the help of God, we have fulfilled these aspirations and the expectations of the citizenry. We have conducted elections that are credible, fair, transparent, and peaceful. Elections that have expressed, elections that have ensured that the will of the people as expressed at the polls, the elections that have guaranteed that every vote counts. As a country, we take pride in the fact that our electoral processes, initiated since 1992, uphold and guarantee the voter's choice. We take pride in the fact that the voter's choice, as expressed at the polls, is sacrosanct. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 4 years have been spent in injecting and infusing 4 key elements into every aspect of our work. And those elements are transparency, accountability, responsiveness, and inclusiveness. As such, we started the year poised and ready to conduct credible elections. We were conscious that elections were an event and not a process. This resolve led us to undertake several transformational decisions, including the reprinting, re-exhibiting of the Provisional Voters Register for the first time in our history, when concerns were raised about its credibility, as well as opening up the IPAC meetings to the citizenry by allowing the live coverage of all IPAC meetings. Indeed, the decisions to re-exhibit the Provisional Voters Register to allow a further review by political parties and the citizenry, as well as the demystification of the IPAC meeting, has helped diffuse the tensions that were brewing around the Provisional Voters Register. Ultimately, those 2 decisions restored the confidence of the citizens in the Voters Register and cemented Ghana's peace. Again, in the spirit of responsiveness, when complaints were made about the 50 persons charged voters for the verification of their registration details online, the Commission waived the fee and allowed voters to verify their details at no cost. In line with our determination to ensure the credibility of the 2024 election, when the Commission received information of the leak of a single defaced ballot paper, the Commission acted swiftly and destroyed ballots for both Western and Eastern regions. This bold determination and this bold decision was based on our determination to uphold the integrity of the election at all costs. In less than 1 week, the Commission printed new ballot papers for both regions and went on to successfully hold the special voting 2 days ahead of the main election. As a Commission, our singular message to our teams at all levels has been clear. It is that our mandate is not to make anyone a president or a member of parliament, but rather to conduct and undertake credible and transparent elections and electoral processes which uphold the voter's choice and lead to acceptable and peaceful electoral outcomes. Today, our resolve has paid off. We have conducted elections that are fair, elections that are free, elections that are credible, elections that are transparent, elections that are peaceful, and elections whose outcomes are acceptable by all. So transparent are our processes that any interested political party, media house, or citizen could collate with near precision the results of the election, attesting to the resilient and robust processes built over the years. And we witnessed this with the concession of the Vice President even before the declaration of the results by the Electoral Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, the testimonies on election day also attest to the efficient, robust, and resilient processes we put in place. Many citizens testify to the seamless processes they witnessed at the polling stations. The average time spent at the polling station was around 5 minutes compared to several hours and several minutes prior to the 2020 election. Citizens also attested to the efficiency of the biometric voter devices, the biometric verification devices employed to ensure that every man has one vote. The system worked efficiently and ensured that the voter who registered was indeed the person who voted. We are confident that the 2024 election will further cement trust in our electoral processes and reduce the suspicions that typically characterize elections on the continent. At this juncture, I would like to thank all of you who journeyed with us to ensure the success of the 2024 election. To our staff, both permanent and temporary, we say Ayiko, you have worked hard, put in long hours, plowed the field, and done the spade work at the risk of your own lives to bring us a successful outcome. Our hearts go out to our staff who were manhandled during this time. We wish you well, and we ask the good Lord to bless all of you. To our media partners who have journeyed with us and enabled us to bring the commission to the doorstep of every Ghanaian, we say thank you. To the Ghana Police Service and to our partner, the National Peace Council, we say Aiko. We thank all of you, the good citizens of Ghana, who have believed in us and allowed us to serve you. To our dear families and friends who have journeyed with us every step of the way, we thank you for your support, your prayers, your encouragement, and your advice. We are conscious that we could not have achieved this success without the help of the Almighty God, our anchor, without whom we could have done nothing. We remain eternally grateful, and I say thank you, Jesus. To all our observers from the ECOWAS, from the African Union, from the ECONEC, from the Commonwealth Secretariat, from the West Africa Elders Forum, supported by the Good Luck Jonathan Foundation, from the National Peace Council, from CODEO, from the Association of African Election Authorities, from the European Center for Election Systems, from International IDEA, Frimpong Manso Institute, IDEG, and to electoral commissioners from election management bodies in Africa, namely Uganda, Gambia, Kenya, Liberia, we say thank you for your support. We wish you all Godspeed back home. As the returning officer for the presidential election and in fulfillment of my mandate as enshrined in law, I will now declare the outcome of the 2024 election. It is important to note that per Regulation 63.3 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, the winner of the presidential election must obtain at least 50% plus 1 at the polls to be declared the winner of the election. We have collated the presidential results from all 16 administrative regions, of which 267 of the 276 constituencies have been captured. We have not been able to receive results from 9 constituencies because our offices have been besieged by political party supporters, making it impossible to complete the collation process. That notwithstanding, presidential results from the 267 constituencies, including the newly created Guan constituency, clearly established the winner of the 2024 presidential election. Simply put, even if all the votes from the 9 constituencies were added to the candidate who placed second, it will not change the outcome of the election. It is important to note that the Commission will update the records on receipt of the presidential results from the 9 outstanding constituencies. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And the results will be announced based on the positions of the presidential candidates on the ballot. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the GCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, being 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6 million. Let me take that again. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. And I'd like to repeat that. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397, being 56.55%. Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC obtained 17,461, being 0.16%. Mr. Kofi Kranting, independent candidate, obtained 3,320, being 0.03%. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, independent candidate, obtained 3,091, being 0.02%. Nana Kwame Biediaku, independent candidate, obtained 84,478, being 0.05%. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent candidate, obtained 31,202, being 0.28%. The total valid votes cast add up to 11,191,422. Total rejected votes 239,109. Total votes cast 11,430,531. It's important to mention that the total registered voters add up to 18,774,159. And the percentage voter turnout based on the 267 constituencies stands at 60.9%. 60.9% based on the 267 constituencies. And as I mentioned, this does not include the 9 constituencies whose results we are yet to receive. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier, results from the 9 constituencies are still as outstanding. The 9 constituencies are Ewutu Senya East, in Sawam, Aduajiri, Akwetia, Suhum, Techimant South, Domi Kwabenya, Ablekuba North, Ahafo Ano North, and Damango. The total registered voters in all 9 constituencies add up to 947,116. In the event that all the valid voters from the 9 constituencies above voted for the candidate who placed second, the total number of votes he would garner would be 5,604,420, representing 46.17% of the total valid votes, which would have been 12,138,538. The inclusion of the outstanding constituencies would have given the leading candidate 52.13%, which is still greater than the 50% plus 1 required to be declared a winner. And so even with that scenario, he's clearly the winner of the 2024 election. In the light of the above, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor as the returning officer of the 2024 presidential election to declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the winner of the 2024 presidential election and the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana with a total percentage of 56.55%. Congratulations, sir. It is finished. Thank you very much.
Abusuafo said na ye twen no electoral commissioner afi Mensa Aba abe declare presidential candidate for NDC former President John Dramani Mahama as president-elect with 56.55%. Ameleka for the moment to don't kwaboy wa ti dia ka bia man fan she fridge madama na nyambo ochina ye meto aso ochina na maba na afi interviews a wo akire ni ade ni abekoko mpanyufo na o ma chechira adwene ato adwene na abato ne hu nkomo aka no ne ato yebo na yaye ni nyina na bibia aye kama madama nti ene de uma yemfa entwere ha na nyambo ochina madama ye meto aso the President John Dramani Mahama ena EC Mami Jane abe declare say onya 56.55 but aka 9 constituencies bi no manso kakra ewo ho a enya nwie eti say 9 constituencies no ready a the beka ho na oma be declare eno so ewo edam ase nyame nhira mo no hwemo so mo masem nyambo ochina Ibishia medase wadaji odi hwe me. Ebi ahwe me free tie me free bia medase. Dachi no fuso agema ne medi. Nyambo ochina medase.
Agema me to hospital. Oh. Me cry. This can be Wamine, wame wamra